Hey everyone and welcome. So today we're going to tackle something that's honestly a must-do for any professional out there. Ditching that generic email address and stepping up to a custom domain with Zoho Mail. Let's jump right in. In the business world today, your email address is pretty much your digital handshake. It's often the very first thing a potential client ever sees about you. And look, it's not just a nice to have anymore. Having a custom domain is absolutely fundamental if you want to be seen as credible and trustworthy right from the start. I mean, this slide says it all, right? On one side, you've got an email that just screams temporary, maybe even a little sketchy. But on the other, you have an address that immediately says, we're here, we're established, and we're a serious business. It's an instant upgrade in perception. Okay, so let's get into the technical stuff, starting with the very first and most crucial step, domain verification. This is basically you raising your hand and proving to Zoho Mail that, yes, you actually own and control the domain you're trying to set up. Now, before we can verify, we need a super quick breakdown of DNS, the domain name system. The easiest way to think about it is like the internet's giant address book. What we're about to do is add a special note in that address book that tells the whole world that Zoho is allowed to handle mail for your domain. So why do we have to do this? Well, it all comes down to security. This little step is a digital handshake that prevents someone else from setting up an email service and sending emails pretending to be from your company. It's a critical security check. The cool thing is, Zoho gives you a few different ways to get this done. For some providers like GoDaddy, it's literally a one-click deal, super simple. If you're a bit more hands-on, you can use the CNAME or TXT methods, which just involves copying and pasting a little bit of code into your domain settings. All right, so Zoho is on board. They know you own the domain. Now we have to tell the entire internet where to actually deliver your mail. And we do that by setting up what are called your NX or mail exchange records. And this quote just nails it. Your MX records are literally the postal address for your email. If you don't have them set up correctly, emails sent to you have no idea where to go and they just vanish. You'll notice you have to add a few of these, and they work based on priority. The server with the lowest number, priority 10, is the main one. But if for some reason it's down, the internet will automatically try the next one, and then the next one. It's a built-in backup plan, which is awesome. It means you're never going to miss an important email. Okay, listen up, because this is probably the single biggest and most disastrous mistake people make. If you leave old MX records from your last email provider, you create total confusion. Some emails might end up at Zoho, and some might go to your old dead mailbox and be lost forever. So you have to delete the old ones. No exceptions. So mail is flowing to the right place. Awesome. Our next mission, and it's a big one, is to secure our email and protect our brand's reputation. Without these next steps, all those emails you're sending could land right in the spam folder, and nobody wants that. First up is SPF. This is your first line of defense. It's a public record that basically says, hey world, only trust emails from my domain if they come from these specific servers, like Zoho's. If you see an email from me coming from anywhere else, it's a fake. Ignore it. This one thing dramatically cuts down on people impersonating you. Next in our security trio is DKM. The best way to think about this is like a digital tamper-proof seal on your email. It adds this unique signature that proves the message hasn't been altered one bit between you and the person receiving it. It's like a wax seal on an old-fashioned letter. If it's broken, you know someone messed with it. And finally, we have DMARC, which ties the other two together. DMARC is the rule book. It's the boss. It tells all the other email servers out there what to do if an email looks like it's from you but fails the SPF or DKIM check. And here's the killer feature. It sends you reports so you can actually see who is trying to impersonate your brand online. Now, you don't just flip the DMARC switch to on overnight. That'd be risky. You do it in phases. You start in none or monitor mode, which just lets you watch and gather data. Once you're sure all your legitimate emails are passing, you move to quarantine, which sends fakes to the spam folder. And finally, you go to reject, which blocks them completely. Maximum protection. Okay, the heavy technical lifting is officially done. Phew! With that secure foundation built, let's get into the fun part. Organizing your actual mailboxes so they perfectly match the way your business runs. This table breaks it down perfectly. Think of it this way. A primary mailbox, that's for a person, like Jane@yourbusiness.com. An email alias is just another name for that same mailbox, like billing@, that still goes to Jane. Then you have a distribution group, which is different.
It takes an email like support at and sends it to a whole bunch of people at once.
And here's a really cool pro tip. With Zoho, every single user can have up to 30 addresses. That's their one primary mailbox plus 29 different aliases. This is a total game changer for a small business owner who has to manage everything: billing ad, sales ad, info ad, all from one convenient inbox. All right, your core setup is solid. It's working, it's secure, but Zoho has a few more tricks up its sleeve that can act as safety nets and just add that final layer of professional polish. First up is the catch-all address. And trust me, this is an absolute lifesaver. It's a special inbox that catches any email sent to an address on your domain that doesn't actually exist. So, when a client tries to email reception with an OI instead of reception, instead of that email getting lost forever, the catch-all inbox grabs it. Whew. And these are the finishing touches that really make your setup shine. You can create a branded login page like mail.yourdomain.com. You can boost security with app-specific passwords for things like Outlook, so you're not typing your main password everywhere. You can even enable seriously powerful encryption for sensitive emails, and use Zoho's AI assistant, Zia, to help you make sense of long email chains. And there you have it. We've gone from verifying your domain to directing your mail to locking it down with top-tier security and finally organizing your whole workflow. You now have a truly professional email foundation. So the only question left is, what are you going to build with it? Thanks for joining me on this Explainer